Welcome. My name is Trevor Chernoff, and I'm here with 604 Consulting, representing the BD School of Business in our analysis of the current issues pertaining to your legacy information system. On any given day, there are over 3,500 homeless people in the streets of Calgary. But this trauma doesn't just stop on the street. Calgary has a 14% poverty rate. We would like to commend the Calgary Drop-In and Rehab Center for addressing these issues and working to build a prosperous community. With that being said, it is essential for the DI to focus its efforts and donations on its needy clients. In order to better achieve this, the DI must migrate away from the current Microsoft Access system and implement a 2B system that alleviates the operational stress while empowering donors to give. With the large volume of donors, the current Microsoft Access system has hit its capacity, and this has led the DI staff to creating multiple databases just to hold this data. This in turn has led to inconsistencies between the databases and instances of duplicated names and addresses. Also, due to the lack of in-house technical staff and only minor system updates over the past decade, basic system functionality including generating reports, viewing analytics, communicating with donors, and other functionalities are virtually inaccessible. These issues haven't just stopped at back-end operations. They began to affect the donors. With information being entered multiple times, donors are receiving duplicated reports. This is raising a concern about the fund allocation within the organization. In developing our recommended alternatives, we familiarize ourselves with the DI's values of empathy, integrity, collaboration, and community. In ensuring we understood the DI's core values, this will allow our final recommendation and the DI's values to be aligned. I will now pass it off to Eric, who will be discussing our proposed solution.
My name is Eric Wong. I'll be discussing 604 solution to the DI's management information system problem. Our recommendation includes a cloud-based solution in the form of Fraser's Edge NXT. Furthermore, the organization will need to partner up with an IT consulting company to fully integrate and implement this cloud-based solution in an efficient and effective way due to the minimal technical experience inside of DI. Now, let's take a look at how we chose between an in-house program, an out-of-the-box solution, or a cloud-based solution. We did this in the form of a weighted scoring chart. We value each variable with a score of 1 to 5, weighted. We weight each cost according to what means the most to the DI. These variables include customization, reliability, cost, long-term focus, maintenance, and we scored the options as follows. For in-house, we gave customization a 5 because it has unlimited capabilities and customizability. For reliability, it had a weight score of 4 and cloud scored the highest at 5 out of 5 because it has effective technical support which can support the DI offsite in real time. Cost had a weight score of 5 because the dollar value is extremely important to the organization and its stakeholders. The out-of-box solution is the cheapest, therefore it scored the highest. Next, we looked at the long-term focus of the DI and which solution would provide the best long-term solution. The cloud scored a 5 because additional modules can be integrated into the cloud. This allows for additional features to be added should they be required by donors or full-time employees in the future. We do not want a system that will become obsolete in just a couple of years. The cloud is a solution that has long-term value in terms of adaptability. Lastly, we looked at the maintenance, which has a weight score of 3 because we do not want a system that needs constant monitoring and maintenance. With the cloud-based solution, because there's no hardware to maintain, in addition, on the cloud, support can be done off-site without anyone coming into the DI. Overall, the cloud-based solution scored the highest out of the 3 options with a high score of 83. Let's go into more details as to why the cloud-based solution scored the highest and its benefits. There are 3 main benefits to the cloud that we've identified. Firstly, data backup is key. Donors' data will automatically be backed up, minimizing the loss of donor information. Next, there will be no additional hardware needed for this cloud-based solution. Everything is based out of the cloud, and this will reduce maintenance costs and sunk costs. Lastly, scalable features and solutions can be added on the go and when needed by the organization. With all the great things that the cloud has to offer, Simrin will be giving you a high-level overview of benefits of Fraser's Edge NXT.
Hi, my name is Simrin and I'll be discussing our vendor and product selection. When selecting a specific software vendor, we analyze both Blackbaud and Salesforce in an effort to see which vendor would best align with the needs of the DI. Ultimately, we selected Blackbaud. First, Blackbaud is the largest software vendor focused on the social good community, which is an optimal cultural alignment with the DI. Its products are widely trusted and used by other nonprofit organizations ranging in size and location, from the Salvation Army to the University of Calgary. Second, Blackbot offers a vast number of support and training resources. Users receive access to online training modules, tutorial videos, access to the Blackbot community forum, and more. Razor's Edge NXT, approved cloud-based fundraising system, best addresses the DI's current organization structure and challenges while aligning with its long-term strategic goals. First, Razor's Edge NXT offers full system integration, providing the DI the ability to track all users from volunteers to donors in a single system. Second, it was developed for the convenience of the non-technical user, inclusive of intuitive user interfaces and canned reporting capabilities. It also caters to the DI's goal to reach and engage current donors and future financiers, with features such as campaign management and retention analytics. Thank you, and next I'll pass it off to Joe to discuss the implementation plan.
My name is Joe, and I will be explaining the implementation strategy we have chosen for the DI to be successful in this endeavor. We have decided that parallel implementation is the best strategy for the DI to use. This will allow for the DI to have a smooth transition into their new system, as this strategy allows for both systems to be run at the same time. This will decrease the risk of transition failure and allow for the organization to become comfortable with the new system while still using the old Microsoft system. I will now be explaining the implementation plan we have developed for the DI. From March 2018 to December 2018, we advised the DI to connect and collaborate with the Blackbot organization, who will provide software licensing and services for Razor's Edge NXT. At this point, the DI will work with Blackbot until the cloud servers are operational for donors. The DI will need to continue to run their Microsoft Access database for 7 to 9 months until the cloud is fully implemented. During this time, data should be backed up and prepared for loading on the new system. We also advise for the DI to partner with MethodWorks Consulting, who specialize in Razor's Edge NXT. From October 2018 to March 2019, this is where the DI will begin their full transition into Razor's Edge NXT. At the beginning of November 2018 is when the DI would fully implement their new database. The DI will use parallel implementation in implementing the new database, where both the access system and the new cloud system will be run simultaneously. The data will need to be loaded into the system and conversion tests will be performed with the help of MethodWorks Consulting. Further to this, control tests will be conducted to ensure the new system is meeting functionality requirements. I will now be passing on to Gabby, who will discuss the potential risks and mitigation strategies for this endeavor.
Hi, my name is Gabby, and I'm going to be discussing the potential risks that may occur during implementation and the plan to mitigate these risks. First, the risk of employee resistance. In order to mitigate this risk, the DI will host team meetings to provide opportunities to share feedback, questions, concerns, and progress. Next, the risk of poor system transition, which are the risks related to human errors due to being unfamiliar with the new system. The DI will mitigate this risk by implementing the parallel conversion, the strategy Joe discussed earlier in the presentation. Finally, the risk of lack of donor understanding, which is the resistance from donors due to the high upfront costs of the new system. This is combated through an effective communication management plan, where an open, transparent dialogue is shared with the community, emphasizing the benefits of cloud computing. Our recommendation of Razor's Edge NXT meets the system requirements we identified during our analysis. Once fully implemented, the DI would see the following impact and results. Reduced data entry error. With a standardized system approach, the DI will see minimal erroneous entries. Comprehensive report and analytic generation. With Razor Edge capabilities, the DI can create on-demand custom reports pertaining to datasets related to donor retention, engagement, and revenues. Increased donor engagement. The DI will see an overall donor engagement increase with extensive donor marketing applications, for example, tools related to social media integration, campaign management, and email marketing. And finally, reduced costs. Although there is a $21,800 cost per year, in the long run, the DI will find a reduction in overall costs by reducing upfront hardware fees and ongoing maintenance fees, which come with hosting internal servers and programs. Overall, introducing Razor's Edge NXT will provide the DI with tools to reach their goals and abilities and to seize new opportunities. On behalf of 604 Consulting and SFU, thank you for listening to our presentation.